some more what I call body training. It's not martial arts. I don't train for martial arts competition fighting. I like to train for life and death scenarios. I train lethal martial arts, not only sport fight martial arts. So I'll be training some more lethal martial arts. So here we go. Get my stuff on. My hand gloves. We're going to use an analog. What do you call it? We had to go gentle because I've learned my lesson from before. There's a limit to force an attack or things will break. To make things a little bit more challenging. Let's put away the rest at the same time. One of the best home defense weapons that you can have in a place like Sweden, where guns are not legal. And in terms of melee weapons, you're limited to bows. Okay, so I've joked before how the Swedish government, so the American laws, which Americans have forfeited and yielded to the bull and frog, take Americans' freedoms away and shall not be infringed upon, has become you had to pay the government for your right to bear arms now. Okay, so it's been infringed upon. Now, one of the best home defense weapons that you can have in a place like Sweden, and we're talking melee weapons now. We're not talking slingshots and bows like range weapons. We're talking melee weapons. So, what are some melee weapons? Well, axes, clubs, swords, spears. Spears is one of the best home defense weapons you can have in a place like Sweden, where you can't have firearms legal home defense, but you can have in your home spears and swords and things like this. Abide by local laws at all times, no matter where you find yourself in this world. Okay. So anyway, the main advantage to the spear is the reach advantage that it gives you, which means if someone breaks into the house with a machete at 6 centimeters long, you still outrange them with a spear. If somebody has a knife, you outrange them with a spear. So one of the best weapons for a home defense scenario is a spear, if you limit it to melee weapons, because it gives you the power of stabs with a knife and enhanced penetration depending on the type of spear, okay, with extended range, okay. You can even engage targets from behind cover, call it a cover, which means you have a fighting chance even against opponents armed with firearms. If they are breaching, going through the kills on the doorway, if you depend on the layout of your home, you can have a strong point and defend it. So if you have a spot from behind cover, call it a cover, where you can touch the inside of your doorway, if they're breaching through the door, you can engage the doorway while having most of your body behind cover, see? And if the distance changes, you can deploy a secondary, a knife, or you can have a knife already in the non-dominant hand, which takes me to my next point. I would recommend a light and nimble spear for home defense spear, where you could wield it effectively with one hand, and you don't really require two hands to be able to use it effectively. Okay. Also, if you're injured in one arm and you only have one arm, you don't want a spear that's super hard to wield effectively with one arm. Okay. Remember, we're talking about home defense here. We're not talking about pike and short air warfare. We're going to be using a spear to break like cavalry chargers, where it's like a wave of horses crashing into your formation, and you're having like a spear that's designed to impale them. Understand? You don't need that as strong of a spear, okay? You're not going to be catching galloping horses with the end of your spear, okay? Which they would use like brace positions for that. So once again, it's like that becomes a different technique and it becomes a different spear. So here's my spear. And it's a light, nimble spear. This is a spear that I improvised. I made it myself, and it's a good weapon. So here's a regular utility knife. Here's a mop handle, and it's securely attached to it. So this is my one in a hand. Okay, it's a spear that you can effectively wield with one hand. See, in a right of ways, and it's light and nimble, which means I can use this effectively with just one hand. If I need to, I can use two hands as well for more penetration power. And if someone is charging at it, like stopping them with this spear and then pushing with it, as it is, you have more force when using two-handed. But it's good to have a spear you can move one hand, which also opens up for a wielding, dual wielding, where you can have a secondary. Now, I can have a secondary here, okay, use this spear. If I lose the spear, or some other circumstance makes me want to pull this knife, I can deploy it, okay? Now I can also have two weapons, like this knife here and this spear here. So if a person is able to sway the spear out of side and is charging at me, I'm ready to attack with my secondary. So that's one of the advantages too, with a one-handed spear. So we can wield easily one hand. Because one of the vulnerabilities with a spear, if you put in one hand especially, is being disarmed. So if you understand martial arts, so if I have this here, okay, and there's a person who's got a knife or something like this. If I go for a lunge stab here, one of the vulnerabilities, it depends on the person's leg system and reflex system, and also luck, like down luck. Now, if this spear is coming at me here, if I'm able to get it out to the side like windshield wiper, or move my body, or it misses and ends up here, it can be a disarm here, or if it comes and you're able to smash it out, it can make it miss. So if a person grabs with a knife and I want to poke them with this, if they sweep it out of the way here, see, and this happens, if they understand, somebody basically has a machete, and they work at closer distance. If I go for this, and they sweep right away, I'm disarmed now, it's to the side, even if I'm holding on to it, the person cannot close the distance. I have to increase the distance to be able to tackle this again. So if it's over here, and a person like jumps close distance, they can engage me now with their weapon. So there's a benefit to dual wielding, where if you got a knife, and I'm using this to stab you and engage you from a range where you can't engage me effectively. And if this goes to the side because you disarm me, or you jump to the side and come here, I'm ready to very quickly counter and disarm close in the distance. See? So here you sweep right away, close the distance. Now, if I only had the spear, and now I'm in trouble. But if I had this ready here or here, see, here or here, you sweep to the side, this arm will come at me. I'm ready to engage with my secondary immediately. And this is more training intensive, like dual wielding weapons. Okay. So here's the point. A spear is one of the best home defense weapons you can have in a place like Sweden. Okay. If you're gonna pick like melee weapons altogether, a spear is the best or one of the best for sure melee weapons you can have. And the Swedish government, in America, the weapon rights were designed for citizens to be able to fight tyrannical government, okay? And it's drifted further from that now because you're limiting rights more and more, okay? So he said to fight the government effectively, you might need to have like a M249 saw with a 250 round belt or something like this to like effectively be able to fight a government tyranny SWAT team can't get in the camps or something like this, okay? but it's like make sure they got 10 rounds as a limit, because that's few enough rounds where they can't counter 6 men coming to get them into the camp. See? So put it to 10 rounds. Okay. If I look at a lot of gun laws in America, it's designed to make the citizens not able to fight the radical government on the set. Okay, which is the exact opposite of intended purpose of the founding fathers. So anyway, here's my do-it-yourself spear, and this is a formidable weapon, albeit rudimentary, crude, and unsophisticated. Okay, there's no frills on set. There's no frills. It's just function and not really form-centric. Now I do have some symbolic do-it-yourself like jimping little things there. Okay, but it's just like a saying, understand. It's not really for doing anything, but it's just aesthetic mostly and symbolic. So anyway, it's a poem. But this is my do-it-yourself home defense spear. And people don't understand things. They say, I'm gonna have to demonstrate it. So a lot of people don't understand this. They didn't agree with me before they watched this video at least. They might still agree with me. But no, a katana is better. Or a machete is better. Or a knife is better. Really? Okay. Do you really think that through? Okay. Do you really think that through? It's like one of the scenarios that I've used, because it's publicly in a YouTube video, understand? So there's a YouTube video, or it's in Swedish, where it starts like this. I'm not going to get that bogged into details, but here's what you're seeing in the video, okay? So there's start with somebody filming from the balcony, and there's a guy, he's pacing around, okay? Like, I'm coming up, damn it, okay? I'm coming up, damn it. And it's like, I guess it's a woman and a man, and the man is filming. And he's like, you're not coming up here, guy. And they go, well, I'm coming up, damn it, understand? And it's paced around out there. Then it's like they're filming like you're not coming up. Verbal judo is their main defense at this point. Like, you're not coming up here, damn it, okay? I'm coming up. No, you're not coming up, okay? So guy is pacing maniacally. And it'd be similar to this layout. It's a park. I'm on the third floor, okay? And now I think there might be in the second. But here's the point. Now, eventually, he acquires a ladder somewhere from the park, I guess. Okay, he finds a ladder. And now he's like a one-man SWAT team all of a sudden. So he goes and puts the ladder against the wall and starts ascending it, okay? Now, at this point, it's just like a guy who's coming up there climbing the ladder, okay? Now, the person, the man, who's got a woman there too, I don't know the situation, but what we're seeing is he goes and like films that as the guy's coming up the ladder, okay? He's getting close to the ledge at the back of the railing. Now, when the guy is up there, suddenly, very suddenly, he gets stabbed or slashed in the arm, from what I see in the footage. And he gets shot. It's like, God, he stabbed me, okay? And he's still filming. So, and the guy climbs up to the stairs, and then he has a knife somewhere, okay? And suddenly it's in the guy's arm, just like standing, if he moves the ledge, this guy come up on a ladder, and it's like, he stabbed me, he says, okay? And at this point, he realizes that retreat is a good option. So he retreats back, gets behind the balcony, closes the balcony door, and a big part of the balcony is a window, okay, glass window. Now he's filming coming from here, the inside, like through the window, okay, he doesn't have the blinders on, and the guy's out on the balcony, and he's looking, he finds an ashtray or a flower pot, something like this, and crashes the window, okay, and the guy is still, it's like he's filming is his defense at some point. Now here's the point. So he's filming, he crashed the window. The woman runs in and locks herself into the bathroom. Okay? It's similar layout to this apartment. I guess like a common layout for Swedish apartments, but it's like the code or standard. So she runs into the bathroom door, and it's not like a bank-vault door. It's like a door that doesn't take like a big burly guy to break it down. Okay, so she locks herself in the door, and at this guy retreats somewhere else. The guy overtakes him and gets outside the door, is like banging at the door, let me in, that type of stuff. Now, this change would not happen to me because I'm a man who's in touch with masculinity, and I'm trained and armed to defend myself, and I am very unlikely to react in the same manner. Now, I'm not attacking these people. I'm just saying it's like not today. I don't think that would happen to me. Same scenario playing out here. I do not think they will play out the same way. So here's the point. and we'll analyze it in sequence. So at first, if I would be reacting the same way, I'm unlikely to. I'm more likely to retreat to strong point, get a quality weapon, and be ready to defend myself. Okay, from there, like find an optimal position. Position is everything in combat. If it's boxing or gunfights or whatever, position is like everything. Understand? In boxing, getting position, we can easily hit and not easily be hit. Hitting and not being hit. Gunfights, sword fights, knife fights, fist fights, hitting and not getting hit. Getting a position where you can hit effectively and your opponent can't really hit you effectively. See, where it's hard to hit you, easy for you to hit. As I said, position is everything. So, anyway, here's the point. So, at the point, if I was there and he's climbed up and I haven't done anything, it's like I'm still like filming and he's climbing up. If he would like, oh, suddenly I'm stabbed, okay. Now I have a knife on me, understand? Which means at the latest this point, I'll deploy a weapon. And now it's not a knife on fist fight, it's a knife fight at least. And I'm in a pretty good position because he needs to leap over there. So I can, so, but whatever, so that's the point. So I'll have a knife on me. So even if I've got smoking about, I got a knife somewhere. This, you understand? So at that point where I got stabbed, I can reach for a weapon and have it there. Now, if go to the next sequence, that doesn't happen, and I get to the point where I'm behind the back of the door here. Okay, so if you look at this back of the door here. Now, if there's a guy that needs to come through this window here, okay, and he's got a knife, let's say it's about this length. Now, if he wants to come through, he needs to climb through this glass here. And if he's got a knife, I can stab him with my spear before he even gets through the window, see? I can engage him with thrust, which really makes it hard to come through the window if somebody stabs me as you're pushing forward, because you have to go forward to go through the window. So it's like you're moving into the stabs, okay? So I can defend this entryway, this kill zone, this one, and this one, which makes it really hard for him to get through the window, understand? Because I might have stabbed him 7 times, and he's bleeding, and I'm still fresh and uninjured at the point if he still gets through. Do you understand? So here's the point. So if he's out there with a knife, I can stab him before he can touch with his knife, see? And if you look at this here, I can touch the head. Now, if this person has a knife, from this position, his range is about here, see? About here, okay? Whereas I can be over here and touch him, see? So the range advantage is the main advantage of the spear. So also obviously you can throw it. Now most of the time that wouldn't be a good strategy because you want to maintain the advantage you have of the spear in your hands and not lose the spear, okay? So also if you miss and hit the wall next to the bad guy and he drops on the ground, now he's got a spear, understand? So he has the advantage you had to begin with. Unless you have like a bucket of spear sharpness, so you can solve that. So that's the point. This is a chopped down, okay? This is a sawed off weapon, okay? And it's, okay? So it's like this, you understand? This is sawed off weapon, okay? So it started out being longer and I chopped it down for another huge product. I needed like a length of broom. So here's the point. This is a good home defense weapon. It's light, it's nimble, it's do it yourself. Now, it's like you can get stronger and like more effective commercial spears. Now, I would recommend you look for one that's light and something you can wield with one hand. Okay, so remember, it's not that you're getting the spear for bracing against cavalry charge like the arrow package shot warfare, where there might be something that's like power. Okay? It's like brace for impact. It comes to cavalry charge. And they have it in the ground in like a brace position, and then the horse will be crashing into it without, it's like holding it, it's like go back and like hold over. So it's like it causes a lot of damage as the horses are galloping into your spear tips, and you're like in a brace position where you're not as pushbackable, understand? So it's like a mobile cheval de frise. There's also like things they can throw on the ground that they can hurt the horse's hoofs, things like this. And also they would have stakes that they would have if they had the time to self-defense positions. Stakes that are heavy, that are like sharp sticks. That will be an aerodynamic weapon for cavalry. was that they can't approach from here without running into the pikes that the infantry has gotten into the ground there. Now the pike formations will be mobile there, was that we need a cavalry defense on the right flank where they can move up and move the pikemen and then position themselves this way, see? To go like a room area or something like this. You like cavalry moving up here, move the pikemen to respond to. So here's the point. A spear is a formidable weapon, and like I said, you can dual wield it. So this will be an analog training tool, because I'm not looking to ruin that dummy, okay? It's like it's not free. So there you go. We'll match this length here. And it's just about the right length. We go from here to here. Yes, that's just the right length. And then lock it there. Now, this is still a little bit curvy. So, next step will be to attach a sponge to the tip of this with duct tape, which a lot of people don't know, but it's actually made from duck feathers. That's hence the name duct tape. They used to make them by gluing together the feathers of ducks, like silver duck or silver or something, whatever it is. So it's like, no, it's like, yeah, it's like, that's a joke, it's not real, okay? So it's duct tape because they were invented to like tighten air ducts or something like that. So let's get this here. We don't want it to be too tightly attached. We need to get this off here. So, here we go. See, now optimally, spear mount. The length of this course. Put one plus sign, which is the attachment. It's a positive attachment here. And then the last part, so it's three pieces of duct tape. And the last part is a circle here. See here. And we go a little bit higher actually. Now I'm still gonna have to control the energy I'm gonna bend and break this. See? So this is now, you could be even used it for sport. I would recommend it, but you could. Okay. So it's a lot less dummy damaging now. And it's an analog for the spear where it's light, it has the same length, same reach, and I can use it for practice. So it makes sense that you practice it. So if you already got the course like I have a spear, it's good if you practice using the spear. So we're going to be using the spear here, and it's going to be the same target zones as knife fighting. So if you look at these, this is a training spear, this one, for the wielding here, and they have the same length, and they're not really that different in weight. So target zones, I'm gonna go light because I bought one before here, and I focus on accuracy. Look how right now, and I'm being close. Then I expand it much later. Det became a tag, alltså fire targets. Just say. So here, so notice this. I'm the dummy now. Okay. Here's my range with a big knife. So from here, I can arrange it and touch it in all kinds of ways. Those is the same torso as for my thigh, attached to the throat. It's a good spot. Now anywhere you get stabbed with a spear, it's a bad place to be stabbed with a spear. Unless you have an AR-500 plate or something here. And here's what I make for power thrusts. Here, step in, and then use my whole body, so I'm stabbing my whole body. That type of stuff. It hit to the side and slid off. Then I'm able to hit with force with this. Now I use this here. Hit to the side and slid off here. I have to remember with the blade, if it will bite in. So like the sliding glancing blows will not be slamming balls in real life. It might be to the cheek or in the mouth or this. But with this, if you just leave it to the side, due to the lack of friction here, slipperiness of the duct tape with this material here, if I hit here, it will slide off, which also incentivizes you to connect clean. See here. And it's collapsing. It combos. And it got shorter incrementally there. So I would like it to be even longer actually. So now it's longer than the spear I showed before. So I like to put power into my attacks. I don't like light maneuvers. I like to put force into what I'm doing. Now from here, from this position, see here, at the end of the handle. If I'm here with a knife, see, I'm out of range here. I have to think about this being a moment. This is collapsing. Now, I'd like to show this too. Proving what I said before about the potential to defend your home, even against firearmed on opponents. So, find a good angle here. It will be here maybe. See what I'm doing. Yes. See, so here I will show it to you. So, this is a concrete wall. This is called the cover. That's the doorway. Okay. So from here, I can touch the inside of the door with a spear this length. From behind the cover, see. So from here, I can touch the inside of the door. This is the kill zone, which means if people are breaching, come through this doorway, and I'm in this strong point here, I can stab in the doorway. Now I can do it low look from behind cover where none of my battles are exposed. And basically, what's being exposed is this for a brief moment of attacks. If I'm being fast, it's this, and you can be fast with it. Now, you understand? So here, I'm touching the door. I can be here and touch the door. So from here, for example here, rotate into it. From here, rotate into it. And from here, I can even use the wall as a guide here. I can stay close to the wall if I want to, like here, see, and then here. And I'm touching it, see. So, if I'm here, or coming through here, with a pistol, I'm gonna have to circle, and we're gonna have to move left and go around here, and all this whole movement, I'm reachable with the spear, see? So if I'm going here, 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 the whole time from this step, from here I can be touched with the spear. Here I can be touched with the spear. Here I can be touched with the spear. I can be touched with the spear the whole way. So it gives you a fighting chance and makes it harder even for people with guns to reach. Okay. And it's going to be different defense strategies depending where they're reaching and things like this. How it would what. Now, here, see, here, I can stab from here. And under stress, it can be harder than you might think to hit this. See, notice there, like if you were there and the job was to hit my arm there, it's not that easy to do. And you also don't know where I'm going to appear. It could be here, see, or it can be here, lower, see here, and it's just in and out there. Now notice how I talked about the advantages of a light spear. I talked about the advantage of a light spear, and once again, being able to wield with one hand, which can also be I got shot in one hand, so it's like only one arm good, okay? So it's like you don't want to have a heavy war spear that the type you use in pike shot warfare to brace against cavalry soldiers, unless they find a way not to make it light enough to where you can with one hand, because those are like heavy, like thick, really thick, and they have like a halberd tip on them, and maybe just like the top of it, the steel there, it weighs like 2 kilos, I don't know, but it's like a bit of an exaggeration. Maybe it's just like one. Now here's the point, they're gonna be strong, okay? Because they're made to be able to pierce through armor and chop like an axe and all kinds of stuff. So with one of these, you have the advantage against somebody invading your home with a crowbar, a machete, a big knife, because you can touch them before they can touch you. See, as I demonstrated before. Okay, this guy, if I have a knife here, I'm this guy, here. What is my range on this position? It's here, see. Whereas I can be from over here when I touch it. So, and also remember what I said, dual wielding has advantages. Which you have a light spear in one, you can do with one hand effectively. And you have this here, see. So if I stab, you grab the spear, sweep it to the side, or somehow you disarm me or jump to the side, come over here, and I'm not quick enough, I'm ready to react with the secondary weapon, see. If I have only the spear, I throw this, you do this, and it misses, and then grab and disarm, see. If I have this ready, or this here, see, this is coming at me. See, and I windshield wiper, like this, yes, it's coming at the center mass. See here, see here, and it goes with force to the side. Now, there's a wide ways where I can be vulnerable one-handed is to having pushed to the side, losing it. And if this is all I have, it's like, and you have a knife now, see, you just gotta close the distance, leap forward, and you can stab it. Now, if I have a secondary here, at the ready, if this goes out of commission, I can immediately from this guard position engage you in the right of ways, or from the hip guard here, like here, see, as you close distance. It takes that away, like being able to just jump forward here. If I have this, see, you catch it come in there. So it's good to be able to dual wield it. That's the advantage. And this is a little bit dirty. I don't feel comfortable punching this with wings and stuff. So this is going back. We're gonna clean that thing now. Take it to the cleaners. See what I have my cleaning solution. that needs to be washed. There's a knife there. What do we have here? Not there. Be respectful, be blocked. People come in leaving comments, they didn't click like or I get blocked. People come in rubbing around my irking, ignoring me, and being disrespectful, get blocked. 99.99% of the time. Simply misplaced it. Yeah, maybe it's not meant to. Oh, here. Okay. So. This is what I use for cleaning, so just right here. When you gamify cleaning, that can be fun too. I don't like these YouTube bugs. I'm gonna have to check this. There's a bug where sometimes if I turn off the camera, it seems to not want to come on again. Which seems to have happened now. There's a bug on YouTube. But right now, I can't switch to the back camera. There's no switch to back camera button. I turn off the camera and I can't turn on again. So it's like some kind of bug, unless it comes back now. We'll see. No, ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I'll try this. Minimize come back. Yeah. It's slow. Come on. This is silly. So I'm gonna have to cut up and do a part 3 now. No. Keep streaming. It's ridiculous. I haven't finished this one.